All right, mates, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well and having a great week. Obviously, you know what's going on, U.S. elections. You know what's going to happen in the overnight. The world responds. Split governments, we don't know. Not all the votes have been tabulated. A lot of the elections haven't been decided yet. It's pretty much just stupidity. But that's what happens. Uncertainty breeds this kind of activity. So, got a message about it this morning. I made the call. Look, this is what goes down. When you cross your DMAs, your daily moving averages, you can use 5, 10, 30, you can use 7, 21, 30. A lot of people use some different methods. Doesn't matter in this case because they broke through them all. And this is the level right here at that 20,000 level, 20,500. Look at that. It crossed its 30-day, its 10-day, its 5-day, its 7-day, its 21-day, okay? And that is where you enter your sell down short trade at 10x. 10x your life, mates. That is what it's about, okay? You don't usually use high leverage. Don't need to do that. You can play that game, but that's going to bring you a lot of anxiety, okay? That's just the reality, all right? Where you got to be watching the charts all the time and playing that 1 minute game and trying to call the top and call the bottom. You don't need to do that, mates. Just 10x or 5x. Relax. Go to work. You know, I mean that's how it is. You got a long liquidation rates when you use 10x and 5x, okay? Okay, and right now it ain't going higher, mates. So if you got in at 10x here, we're down to 17. We're down to right now we're at 18,000. Okay, and so that's a 2,000 point move in Bitcoin and basically, you know, what's been happening the last day and a half, right? You got to see that. Understand the market's projecting. Okay, when you broke those DMAs, regardless of the election stuff, it could easily have popped back if the elections went whatever way the markets wanted them to go, okay? But you broke your DMAs, and that is the signal, mates. Simple signal. No way of knowing how low it can go, right? When that happens, it has to find a support. Bitcoin's not having any support, really. Short-term support, okay? And so that's what you want to look at in your charts, okay? When you're looking at this, how far do you let it go? Take your reasonable gain, mates. You're up 100% in your 10x trade. Take the profit, man. Now, what are you going to look for in terms of coming back? Okay? You're here. We're at 17,000, right? Conservative investor, you want to wait at least for the 1 hour, okay? So let's be looking here. Let's look at what the 1 hour is doing right now. All right? And you can kind of get an indication, okay, when do I want to actually pull the trigger on that? When might I want to just enter in a buy up at 10x? Play the buy back up. Okay? We don't know how long this is going to last. Is this U.S. election centric? And then it works itself out. And then within a week or so, we're back to like 19,000 or 20,000. Play that move both ways, right? That's what you want to do. Okay? Compared to your 4 hour chart. And you can look at that and make your determination of when you're going to enter that trade. I would wait for a green stick if you're conservative. If you're a little bit more aggressive, you may want to go with when you see that wick. When you see this wick getting bought up on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, right? You may want to take a little bit of risk here. Okay? That's how you do your own due diligence. Not your financial advisor, obviously. So, I mean, that really all depends on what your behavior is and what your characteristic and personality is as a trader. The conservative play is to wait for this to finally bottom out, sell your short, wait for a green, wait for the market to indicate to you that, okay, buyers are coming back in, and then go ahead and do a lower leverage trade. You don't have to do 10x, you do 3x or 5x, because it's still a little bit of risky, because there are people that are calling for 12,000 Bitcoin. You know that. We've talked about that. Okay? So just keep that in mind. But right now, you could still be your open short and let these guys, okay, work it out on what they want to do, but go ahead and set your exit. So you know, like, okay, it's now at 17,172. If it gets back to, say, 17.5 or 17.6, you know, it's starting to come back. Maybe you want to take your exit, right? And so that's basically all it is, mates, is you just got to understand that as soon as you exit, the reason why you would exit out your short trade right now very well tells you whether or not you should be in your long trade buying up, right? And so you can kind of switch it and pivot right away and see what kind of happens. It's still early, mates. It's early morning in the US. A lot of the stuff hasn't been digested yet. You got the markets are going to come pounding after lunchtime, the news. You could get more selling, capitulation in the afternoon, people coming home from work. You could get more capitulation of that. People just throw their hands up again like happened last time. So you want to be cautious there in terms of your exit. Kind of watch how the rest of the afternoon plays out here